I gotta say, this is a look. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and today I am doing my November TBR. It is currently October 27th, so getting it a little early, but I already know what I want to read. I have been in a bit of a reading mood and I kind of just am at that odd spot where I want to read everything, therefore I'm not reading a whole lot because I want to read everything else that I'm not reading. You know, the vicious cycle that we all go through? That's me right now because I want to read literally everything. But on the plus side slash downside, I guess, book club will be over this month in just a few short weeks, so I will have a little bit more free time to read. Actually, one of the books we're getting done earlier than planned, so I'll have even more time because I'll be down one book. But let's go over the ambitious TBR, shall we? So the first book I want to finish in November is Oathbringer by Sanderson. Here we are again. Same book, same me. So at the time of recording this, I am about almost 600 pages in. So that's almost halfway. I'm hoping to get to the halfway point before, you know, October is over. We shall see. There's a lot of book to go. I've decided I'm not going to make myself feel bad if I don't finish it in time for Rhythm of War. I'm going to do my darndest, but I'm not going to like beat myself up if I don't. Because this is a big one. This is the biggest one in the series so far. And they take me a very long time to read. And like I've been saying before, this one's a bit duller than the other ones, but there are definitely some things that obviously are keeping me reading because one, I love these characters, this world. But on top of that, there's just a lot of interesting plot points going on right now. Like it's starting to pick up and things are starting to happen. But at the same time, I'm like, could we do something maybe? Please? Okay, so next on my list is obviously Rhythm of War by Sanderson. I will not finish it this month, but I have it pre-ordered. I'm very excited and it's only just a few more weeks. Definitely plan to at least start this one. That's the dream, that's the hope, we shall see. Because I have a lot of other books I also want to read. So the next book on my list is Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend. It literally just came out and I got my pre-order. It's so nice. I'm so excited for this. Like, you have no idea. I've been waiting for this book, I feel like, for so long. And this is like one of my favorite series. So the first book, Nevermoor, follows a girl named Morrigan Crow who is destined to die on her 11th birthday. But when that comes, she is swept away to a mystical, magical world called Nevermoor by this odd character named Jupiter North. And she has to, at least in the first book, she has a series of tests that she has to go through to be accepted into the Wondrous Society. And the only problem is she doesn't have any. So, like any magical abilities or talents or anything. And so she's very confused as to why she is here. So this is middle grade, but it's such a good series. It's so cute, so heartwarming. It's like a modern day Harry Potter, but it's got its own elements that make it not. And honestly, it's better. There's a lot of quirky characters in this, and there's just so much good stuff in this book. I love this series so much. I'm so happy this is here. So next on my list, which I have been dying to start, but I've been holding back because I needed to get through a good chunk of Oathbringer, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by Schwab. Guys, this book has been praised by literally everyone I follow. And I am so excited. I don't know much about this. I think most people don't know much about this, but I believe this is about a girl named Addie LaRue who makes a deal with like some bad spirits or something and becomes invisible and lives for hundreds and hundreds of years. And she can meet people and talk to people, but then they forget her in like 2 seconds. So she's not memorable because of this curse. But I believe eventually someone does recognize her and she's like, oh no, now what? I like V.E. Schwab's books. I've read several of them. I can't even count because my brain's not here today. And I love them. And I am so excited to read this. I believe this is a standalone, so I don't have to commit. And I'm incredibly hyped for this. I cannot wait to start this. Lastly on my TBR, I have The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. So I've already read this series. This is one of my all-time favorites, and it's been so long since I've read them that I can't remember what happened in books 3 and 4. And I recently got my husband to read them all. We went on vacation back at the beginning of October, and we listened to the audiobook of the first one on the way home because it was just a crazy thing. You will hear the whole saga in my wrap-up. But long story short, we listened to the first book and I remembered why I love the series so much. So I'm definitely wanting to continue on with the Dream Thieves. And while I did listen to the audiobook of book 1, I've decided that I actually want to sit down and read them and take my time, because it's hard for me to read audiobooks when I have a 3-year-old who's starting to refuse naps. So it's hard to concentrate on audiobooks when you're trying to do a million other things, at least for me. So yes, going to physically reread these. Ronan is my favorite character, if you didn't know. I love him. His sense of humor gets me, you know? So I'm really excited to reread this. I can't wait to just dive back in and hopefully remember what happened in the last 2, because my husband's telling me all about this stuff. I'm like, it did? So it's time. It's definitely time. So this is my overly ambitious November TBR. And I say overly because I don't think I'm gonna get through them all. I definitely know I can get through Hollowpox pretty quickly because they're really fast reads. But other than that, no idea. It's also getting to be holiday season, and that's where my reading really dips because I'm so busy. But with 2020 the way it is, maybe I'll have more time to read, who knows. But I'm really excited for all of these books. I cannot wait. This has like been the top of my TBR right here. So let me know down below what you're reading for November, and I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Bye-bye!